I didn't scream. I didn't threaten him. I didn't even file a lawsuit. I just put up a $5 yard sign and let hundreds of people read it every single day. And that's when my PhD advisor completely lost his mind. But to understand why that sign mattered, you need to understand what it's like when someone in power decides you exist solely for their benefit. If you've ever been underestimated, exploited, or treated like disposable labor, you're going to feel this one. Before we get into it, if you love stories where bullies and authority finally face consequences, hit subscribe. Tap like if you believe credit should go to the people who actually do the work. And comment if you've ever had a boss, teacher, or mentor who crossed the line. Alright, let me tell you about the man who tried to steal my research, and the sign that made him infamous. My PhD advisor at the University of Oklahoma was the kind of person who smiled while twisting the knife. At first, everything looked normal. He was respected, tenured, powerful, the kind of professor who controls funding, recommendations, publications, your entire future. And slowly, almost invisibly, he started moving the goalposts. Oh, you're not quite ready to graduate yet. Let's just add one more experiment. This needs refinement. Every time. I thought I was close. The finish line moved. And the longer I stayed, the more work he got for free. I was cheap labor. Worse replaceable cheap labor. Eventually, I hit a hard deadline. My funding was ending. There was no extension, no safety net. I had to make a decision, keep letting him bleed me dry or cut my losses. So I did the unthinkable. I walked away. I took my master's degree and left the program, and that's when things got ugly. During my final semester, even though I no longer worked for him, he kept emailing me, requests, quick favors, just one more thing. Then I found out the truth. He was planning to publish my research. The same research he had previously told me to my face wasn't even good enough for a Master's degree. Let that sink in. Suddenly, the work I supposedly failed was valuable enough to put his name on. My chest tightened. My hands shook reading the email. Not anger, yet something colder. That sick realization that someone you trusted never respected you at all, so I did everything right. I emailed him politely, professionally, calmly. I explained that all the work was mine, that he did not have permission to use it, that there would be no publication, no insults, no threats, just facts. He did not take that well. Within days, I was reported to the university's Research Integrity Office. Suddenly, I was being investigated. They tried to strong-arm me. They lied about university policy. They claimed the university owned my work. But here's the thing about people who exploit power, they assume you won't check. I checked. I read the actual policy, line by line, and I proved them wrong. The university did not own my work. The publication was blocked. And my former advisor? He was furious. After that, something changed. I lived off campus, not far from the university, and suddenly he started walking past my house, not casually, not coincidentally, slow, intentional, eyes locked. That tight, hateful stare like he wanted me to feel small again, every time my stomach dropped. This wasn't professional anymore. This was personal. He couldn't punish me through the system anymore. So he tried intimidation. And that's when I realized something important. If he wanted to be seen, I could help with that. I went to Walmart, $5, the cheapest yard sign money could buy. And in big, clear letters, I wrote, Professor's name, steals graduate student research. I placed it in my yard. Here's the beautiful part. My house sat directly across from a school pickup line. Hundreds of cars every single day, parents, teachers, community members, all sitting there, reading, staring, no yelling. No threats, just a statement, truth displayed publicly. He lost it. He stopped to take pictures, brought his wife to look at it, circled the block like he couldn't believe it was real. Then one day I came home, and there he was, screaming in front of my house. On camera, a respected professor, unraveling in broad daylight because his reputation couldn't survive 7 words on cardboard. That's when he teamed up with the department chair. Think Boris and Natasha? I was Bullwinkle, Plan A, bully me into taking it down. Didn't work, First Amendment. Plan B, call the cops and claim my sign was a threat, so they could search my house for firearms. Yes, really, that didn't work either. Because having a yard sign, even a brutal one, is not grounds for a SWAT raid. Also, Second Amendment, they were out of options. No power, no leverage. Just embarrassment. After that, he settled for petty harassment. Making rude remarks when he saw me walking my dog. Screaming obscenities if he ran into me at bars. I recorded everything. And that really upset the university, not his behavior. The fact that I documented it, I didn't ruin his career. I didn't sue. I didn't scream. I told the truth. And let the truth do what it does best when exposed to daylight. And every day, as hundreds of parents waited to pick up their kids, they read that sign, and he knew. He knew he couldn't control the narrative anymore. That was enough. Here's the thing about revenge like this. It's not about destruction. It's about balance. About reminding powerful people that authority doesn't grant ownership of others' work or lives. Sometimes justice doesn't need courts or committees. Sometimes it just needs a sign and the courage to stand by it. If this story hit you like the video, if you've ever dealt with abuse of power, subscribe, you're not alone here. And comment below, what's the most satisfying nonviolent revenge you've ever seen or imagined? Until next time, protect your work, protect your dignity, and never underestimate the power of $5 and the truth.